Hello everyone, and welcome back to Keeping Up with the Knutsons. We have been kind of absent for a little bit. We went to visit some family for a wedding because we'd both gotten vaccinated and caught a regular cold from our nephews, and so we weren't up for much talking for a bit there. So today I thought I'd talk to you about Orla's gear on the trail. The first one she has already run off with, so I'll show you that. This is her tug rope. She loves playing tug with it and fetch. I don't think we'll bring this exact rope because it's gross. Granted, it will get gross on the trail, but this one, like, she's had it. I think it was her first toy, and so it's had a rough life outside. So we're planning to bring just a tug rope that she can use for tug and fetch, and so that will be her main toy that we bring on the trail. I'm sure we'll get things here and there, and she will be using that. As far as the gear she will be wearing regularly as well, she has a martingale harness. We got a cute purple one. I'm not a big fan of the choke collar thing, so we've got it set up just so that it's just a nice, loose, comfortable harness for her, and then when we put her on her leash, it snugs down to just her regular collar size. It doesn't choke down on her. So she'll be wearing her martingale harness. It's purple and looks really cute. She also has the excuse me, ground bird gear pack and harness combo. This thing is amazing. This is made by a small company in Baltimore. You send in your dog's measurements and they custom make a harness for them. It is phenomenal. It's really comfortable. She has like weirdly narrow shoulders and a long torso, so every other harness we've put her in has just always fit funny, but this one fits amazing. We absolutely love it. It has her pack, which detaches. Right now she's carrying bags of flour just as like practice weight. We're not sure exactly what she'll carry. She probably won't carry very much, just because she's spoiled. So she'll carry some of her food probably, and that'll be about it. So the pack just attaches with Velcro. It just really easily comes on and off, and it's really handy to use. And so if we want her just in her harness, if it's warm and we don't want, you know, that extra bit of covering, we can take her pack off very easily. It has these clips too, but otherwise it's really great. It has these roll top bags. It's super cute. You get to pick the colors, and you know, Velcro's really nice, like really well, and so it has a good amount of space. You can cinch this down. They really put a lot of thought into making these, and we are just so pleased with this pack and harness combo. We also have the Rough Wear Roamer leash. This has the ability, it unclips and becomes larger, so it's a handle, and then unclips, becomes larger, and can go around your waist. We figure that may be handy sometimes. However, usually when we hike with her, we just take the loop and we clip it into our hip belts on our pack, and that always seems to work really well. We're really pleased with this elastic. We've had some other elastic leashes and they just haven't been as good. My only complaint is this handle, the like closer handle, is kind of hard to grab because it just sits flat together. So I'm thinking I'm gonna pop these seams out and move it over so that it will just sort of sit like this, so that you can just grab it. Her main leash that we use just walking around the neighborhood is sewn like that. It just came like that, and it's just so handy. So I think I'm gonna do that here. It's a pretty simple stitch to just fix that. As far as her food, I guess this is also, you know, part of on trail. I think my camera is slowly tilting, so I'm gonna pause and check that and maybe straighten back out. While we're hiking, we got this little hip belt pack from REI. This is going to attach to whichever one of us has her on our hip belt. It's got a little clip so that you can clip it on, or you can slide it on, whichever way. And so we'll just keep treats in here for her, because then we can, you know, easily treat. If you know our dog, you know that she has the weirdest fears that just come out of nowhere and surprise us. So being able to, you know, treat her when she's suddenly afraid of something and show her that the blowing plastic bag isn't scary. It wasn't scary yesterday, don't know why it is today, but so treats readily available, and then this we'll be able to just toss in the bear bag at the end of the night. So rather than having to have like a plastic bag stuffed in our pants pocket that's harder to get to. Yeah, she knows what's in this one. Can you turn around? Come here. Orla, come. Yes. So yeah, rather than having a plastic bag you have to dig around for, or a something that is more of a pain, this will just be right on our pack, and we'll be able to toss it in the bear bag easily. As far as her treats, we have decided on this is her favorite part of this video, the Stella and Chewy's meal mixers. We're gonna cut these up. They're fairly large, probably about an inch long. We'll probably cut them into half or thirds, and then we'll give her this for her treats. They're really high in protein. They've got lots of great nutrients. The ingredient list starts out with, like, excuse me, there's that cold coming. It starts with like 5 or 6 different kinds of meat, so they're really healthy. They're really lightweight, and so while we're hiking that much, we don't really want to be giving her anything that isn't healthy, or isn't like loaded with calories and protein and nutrients, because she's gonna need nutrition is going to be really important for her. She's going to need as many calories as possible, as light as possible, just like us humans. That's going to help to fuel her hike and help her to do well. So with that in mind, this is the Nutrisource Super Performance chicken and rice recipe. This stuff is like insane. I'm trying to remember the calorie content. It's like 500 and something calories. I'm on the French side. Or I think it's French. I don't know. It's 423 calories. That's what it is. Most of them are like high 200s, maybe low 300s. But so it's insanely high calorie for the weight. So she's gonna be able to get lots of calories. It has, she's had a TPLO surgery done on both of her back legs. She tore her CCL. It's a pretty common thing in a number of breeds, Labs and Rottweilers being 2 of them, something that we see in a lot of her features, both of those breeds. So, excuse me. So this is the food we've gone with. It has more of the joint vitamins that you want, the glucosamine, chondroitin, whatever that one is, and omega-3s. It has more of that than her joint supplement that we give her, so that's going to be really helpful for her too. And then the last thing we're going to be feeding her is this, the Honest Kitchen Daily Boosters Tasty Boost of Protein Beef Bone Broth. And so we'll mix this with liquid, and we'll mix it with her kibble. This helps to give her more of the joint supplements, more fat and protein, and more moisture. She, will need to stay hydrated just as much as us on this trek, and so this will help with that just by kind of making it more enticing. As far as her sleep system, if you haven't guessed so far, our dog is pretty spoiled and we love her to pieces. So she will be sleeping with us. We are going with, we have 2 long, wide, excuse me. We have 2 long, wide sleeping pads. There is a bit more weight there, but we anticipate that will give us more space to be able to cuddle up with her, because pretty much if she is not touching us at night, she is not okay with the world. So we'll have our long, wide sleeping pads, and then we're going with a double quilt, because when we're camping on cold nights, as is, when we're backpacking with our 2 separate packs, bags, it's really difficult to keep her warm because we're trying to, like, you know, wrap her into our bag, and she doesn't quite fit, and so there's a lot of air space, and it's not spectacular. So we're going with a 2-person quilt so that on cold nights we can just shove her down in between us, and we'll just all 3 stay in there nice and toasty. I'm sure it will be very cramped, and it will be something we are ready to be done with after 6 months. However, I would rather a cramped night of sleep than a cold, constantly wiggly night of sleep with just no rest, because I don't sleep when I'm worried about my babies. We also got the Ground Bird Gear Turtle Quilt. This thing is also fantastic. It comes with a little stuff sack for it. We'll probably just stuff it in with our sleeping bag. We don't know that we'll carry this the whole trail because she is so insistent on sleeping with us, but we figure we'll start and probably end with it as well. So this comes with, you also send your measurements and they make it to the right length for her. Comes with this really adorable little harness that's built in so that it stays on top of her while she's sleeping, so she can roll around and stuff. So just goes on like a regular harness and clips, but it comes with this super cute material, and you get to pick your materials. We got these adorable little raccoons. There were also some like really cute dinosaurs in different colors. They had tons of fun options. I think there was like a porcupine one or something. They were really cute anyhow. Again, like I said, made from Ground Bird Gear, small company that makes everything from hand. It's really fun watching them or following them on Instagram. As you all know, I love to sew, and so watching their process and everything they share is just really, really fun for me. But I highly recommend their products. This does a number of different things. So it's got this clip here. I'm not really sure what that single clip does. It does like 80 things. So like you can clip it back, and then you clip this around, and it becomes like this precious little jacket they can wear on cold days. Like if you can picture her little head coming out of the collar here. She just got this little jacket, and then it like clips up in the back too so that it stays out of their way. You know, Superman cape mode isn't always ideal, so you've got this precious little jacket. It's also quilt for sleeping, so you know she's just not digging the sleeping in the sleeping bag with us, or we're not digging it. You know, we can be confident knowing that she will be plenty warm. This thing is also obscenely light. I don't recall the weights off the top of my head. She also has a sleeping pad that she will be sleeping on or have with us. Our thought is we will have it in the tent for her, but most likely she'll want to be, you know, in the bed with us, and we've got the space for that with the longer sleeping pads. We will cut this down. We just found this the other day. We've searched long and hard to find a good, inexpensive, lightweight sleeping pad. And this one is the 1999 Field and Stream sleeping pad from Dick's. They have it in blue and green. We forgot to bring our scale with us to the store, because who doesn't bring your scale when you go shopping at a sporting goods store? So we forgot to bring our scale, but like the green felt like it was lighter than the blue. No scientific evidence to back that up, but so we decided to go with the green. We're gonna cut this down. She just hasn't like wanted to lay on it so far, so I'm not exactly sure. We know her crate is 41 inches, so I think that puts it here-ish. That will cut it, but I don't think we actually need all of that space. So just trying to figure that out before I actually cut it down for her. But like I said, she just doesn't seem interested in laying on it lately. So she'll have this. We anticipate it'll more be used as a comfy spot for her to lay when we get into camp. And we're just, you know, cooking dinner, lounging about, doing whatever. You know, the girl loves to roll in the grass and the dirt and whatnot, but every so often she does want to lay down somewhere that appears to be bed-like. So we anticipate that will be its primary use. So that is all of her gear that we have for her. Everything that we are planning to bring at this point. I can almost guarantee there will be changes as we go along the way, but for now, that is everything that we are planning to bring for Orla. If you've got any questions, I'd love to share more about any of our research. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can see more of our adventures. Things are starting to get more exciting now that we're able to talk and aren't, only packing. So it'll hopefully we'll have more exciting stuff to share soon. I don't really know how to log off on these.